Hello Gemini, this is EJ with your reading from August 2025. Before we get started, I have to say that there's going to be some major decisions you're going to have to be making this month. But I feel like you're going in the month of August very confident and ready to conquer and really with it and putting out that positive attitude or energy. And I feel like that is definitely going to be rewarded. It's going to come back tenfold. But let's go ahead and get into the reading. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a decision, a victory, right? Something that is in your favor, gives you clarity of what path to choose or what career to choose. You know, really being, oh my God, I can't even talk. Strategic with your thinking, right? Just really being, knowing exactly what you want and seeing the path before you very clearly. And it also is like you're eliminating the doubts and the fears, right? Being more confident here. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? August of 2025, please. What else for Gemini, please? August of 2025. We have the Magician. Okay. With the Magician being here, that does tell me that, you know, you're really going in. So with the Ace of Swords and the Magician, let's back that up a little bit. The Ace of Swords and the Magician is that you're seeing very clearly about what it is you want. You see in front of you, you know, what you have to use to get to where it is that you want to get to, right? You know, doing things with confidence, because the Magician is also very confident and he just kind of go and gets things done, right? He's like, it's time for me to take action. I see very clearly what I need to do here. And so I feel like Spirit is saying that you will see very clearly when it's time to take action and when it's time for you to move forward with your plans and ideas and decisions, right? There's a lot of good communication coming through for you. I feel like you're going to feel very inspired. I see a new position or a new direction in your career that allows money to flow in. And I feel that, you know, you're going to be very creative with something that does bring in money. Now, when it comes to relationship, I see that, you know, there's an established relationship where there's communication and it's very good flowing. And for singles, I see like some new friendships or love even, right? But I feel like you're in a time of your life where you're reflecting and you're forgiving not really forgiving the person, but forgiving yourself and letting things go, right? So when I say forgiving yourself, it's forgiving yourself for holding on to the thing that didn't allow you to move forward, okay? Because we're eliminating with that Ace of Swords, and we're seeing very clearly when we're reflecting forward and when we reflect on our past, what we need to do to move forward, right? So we're like, we've got everything we need to be able to take control of our situation and move in a new direction. Okay. All right, Spirit. What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? But I feel like you're using whatever you have in front of you, right? To get going, to make those things happen. What else for Gemini, please? Yes, look at that, the Chariot. Now, there is something about travel as well for some of you. If you're, you know, planning on traveling, I do see that you're very focused on that as well. The Chariot is Cancer energy, but it's all about you can move on. You move forward with confidence, right? So we have not only the Magician, but the Chariot, saying that you have the confidence to continue to go forward, right? Not backwards, forward. The path in front of you is being cleared so that you can move forward, but all you have to do is focus and move, right? It's time for you to take charge and move on, whether it's a physical journey or progress in work and relationships or projects, right? I see that, you know, usually the Chariot does come in when there's a major decision that needs to be made, and I feel like you are going to make the right decision, okay? But I feel like there is, you know, if it's not a travel, it's a move, okay? Because I am picking that up as well. But I see you taking great leaps forward, and you're on the right path to success, and I feel like financial reward is coming your way. I feel like things are definitely going to get better for you. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini, please? Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Yep, Eight of Cups. You definitely want something different and better. The Eight of Cups is, I want progress in my life, right? I want movement. I want something different. I want something better. And I see that that's where you're headed. You're headed towards something different, something better, with this Eight of Cups. Because the Eight of Cups doesn't show up unless that's truly how you're feeling, right? Now, and I do see that there is a departure. I feel like you're leaving quietly, and I feel like you're resolving what needs to be resolved. But I also feel like you're like, okay, well, this is what I have, right? This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take what I have and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to create something that's going to be better for me, because I want peace in my life, right? I want something better. I want something greater. I want something that is going to improve my life, is what I see here, with this Eight of Cups. Now, again, this could predict travel for some of you guys, but I feel like, again, that you're feeling like you want to pursue something better, something new, okay? Whether it's a relationship, a job, career, whatever your situation might be. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini, please? But I do feel like you are definitely going to make some kind of decisions here. There's major decision. We have the Ace of Wands. I love two aces in a row here. The Ace of Wands is all about, I'm going to take this wand and I'm going to take control. I'm going to take action towards what I want and what I need in my life, right? Because you're looking for improvement, you're looking for progress, you're looking for something that is better, and that Ace of Wands is a new beginning, right? Creating something new, whether it is a career, a business, a relationship, a whole new situation. It could be a lot of different things, but I see good news coming in, exciting good news, and then I see you taking action towards that. I do feel like for some of you, there is going to be some unexpected money. Something that you weren't, again, it's unexpected, and you were just like, whoa. And it could be an offer, right? A new employment offer, because that also is in the cards. All right, Spirit, what else? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? August of 2025. Whoa. Let me grab this card. Give me just a second. And I'm going to do a quick shuffle, because there was a few cards that flew out and they were all face down, and I don't know what direction they should go in. So, because they fell sideways. All right. Spirit, what else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini, please? I feel some of you feel stuck or trapped. I feel like some of you feel... I feel like there's some of us out here that feel it's like I pick up that energy from the last reading where like it's never going to happen for me, right? I just feel like there's doubt because it hasn't happened. It doesn't mean it won't happen, okay? As long as you put in the effort, right here, use all of your what you have, be you. Take action, stay focused, and move towards your goal. Move towards what it is that you're truly desiring. And Spirit will see your hard work and be like, it's time. It's time. Let's give this Gemini something, that Gemini something, this Gemini, this, that, and then it starts to happen, okay? But we need to have faith and believe in ourselves, if anything, right? That we can we can achieve our goals and we can improve our situation. Because I feel like there's some doubt here. I mean, the cards don't indicate that, but I'm picking up an energy of that. All right, Spirit, what else? And if you're new, welcome. I do read intuitively. Words are hard for me today for some reason. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know, please? All right, we have the Lover's card. That's you. This is you. This is you making decisions to move forward. This is you taking the decision to take control. Here it is. You're gonna be motivated. You're gonna take control of the situation. You're not gonna let the situation take control of you. You're faced with this decision and you're making that good decision. You're like, nope, that's not going to happen. No way. I'm going to make this. I'm going to switch this around, right? I'm going to flip the script to where it's in my favor. It's my story, and I'm going to write the book to a happy ending. And that's what I see you doing. And you're like, whatever I have to do to move away from where I'm at to a better situation. All right, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Death card. And that is the center of your reading. I feel like we get the Death card a lot because there is a lot of change and transition going on, you guys. There's a lot, and I feel like you need to embrace this change and be ready for it and accept it rather than doubt it, right? Because once you start to doubt and have fear and it's never going to happen for me, then guess what? It doesn't happen. So it's time to let go. The Ace of Swords, let's clear that path, right? The path before you is being cleared. Now you just got to take what you have and move forward with confidence. The Death card, again, is all about transition and change and, for the better, right? For the better. And I feel like I feel like whenever this shows up for the future, it's like you almost want to give up, but this is saying release yourself from that and you'll have a new beginning. New opportunities will flow, new paths will open, right? It's a change in career position in the long term. It's a change in whatever it is that you're searching here with this Eight of Cups, because you are definitely searching for something better here. And if I didn't say that, Scorpio energy. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini? I feel like some of you are not able to make decisions, or you don't have everything in front of you. Therefore, or you don't have all the facts in front of you to make a decision. So I feel like you're at a crossroad, is what I'm seeing. It's like you don't want to make a decision with just half the piece of the puzzle, right? It's like you want the whole piece so that you can see how it fits in and how you need to move forward. Because that's what Spirit is showing me right now. Spirit, what else for Gemini? What else does Gemini need to know? August of 2025. All right, here it is, the Fool. Here it is. We need to be more optimistic. We need to take a leap of faith. We need to embrace this change so that we can go down the yellow brick road, right? The yellow brick road of what it is that you're wanting in your life, right? It's all about great opportunities, and you should seize it in the moment that it's there. It's about new adventures and exciting and really taking a risk on you, right? But also, you don't want to do it blindly. You want to definitely consider, like I said, you don't want half a piece of a puzzle. You want the whole piece of the puzzle so you can see how it fits and the decisions that you need to make, because definitely you're going to make a decision. This is all about you here, Gemini. This is all you wanting something different and better for your life, for your situation, and you're trying to make that happen for yourself. And the Fool card is like, it's coming. It's, just take that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith, but not blindly, right? Have faith and hope and know that all that is going to work out well for you. You will make the right decisions if you listen to your intuition. But again, don't do this blindly. But I see that it's all about focus, determination, taking action, and, taking that leap of faith. You don't want your situation to control you, because then you get nowhere. You want to control your situation. This is your story. And yeah, it's easier said than done. But what can you do right now to make those little changes so that you can make this fit in your life? Wow, Nine of Pentacles, sorry. I love that the Nine of Pentacles is here, because you really want to be independent here. This isn't all about, you want just money, but you want to have that independence. You want to feel like you can take care of yourself, right? Having that security and that stability so that you can enjoy these things that are coming into your life. This new path, these new opportunities, these changes. You want to enjoy it. You want to be able to, live. You don't want to, live to work. You want to work to live. And here, you know, you want to be able to enjoy life. And I see that. All right, let's clarify. Divine Universe, Holy Spirit, and Guardian Angels, please clarify this reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Clarify with all honesty and integrity, please, for Gemini. Clarify this reading. All right, let's clarify this death card for Gemini, please. What is this death card all about for Gemini? August of 2025. What is this death card all about? I feel like it's just an ending to a struggle, an ending to a difficult time, a difficult situation in your life. I feel like there's going to be a lot of great changes coming up, and I feel like you're already starting to see for some of you and feel that it's changing. You know, because sometimes Spirit gives your intuitive self, Spirit will allow you to feel these changes that are going to come in, and then all of a sudden it happens, right? You start to see it in action, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. This is good. All right, Spirit, what about this death card for Gemini? What is this all about? What is this death card all about, please? What is this death card all about, please? And, you know, again, we don't see it, but we are going to feel it. We're going to start to feel very good about how we're moving forward in life, okay? You have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius. So again, this is definitely Leo energy, but the Knight of Wands definitely lets me know that you're ready to take action, right? Because that Knight of Wands is like, I'm going to take action. I'm moving forward. It's someone very ambitious, right? I'm going to move forward with this ambition and excitement, and I'm going to have success. I'm going to expand my knowledge, my horizons, right? And I'm just going to be. And when I do this, I'm going to use my, past experience, my life experience to make good decisions, because there is the Lover's card as I take action in this. Can we get one more? Can we get one more, please? One more to clarify the Death card, please. We have the King of Pentacles. So Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And I feel like this change in transition over here is definitely going to be, for a lot of us, it's going to be with our stability, with our foundation, right? Because that King of Pentacles is there. The King of Pentacles is someone who's very solid, who's very grounded and really enjoys the finer things in life, but is very wise and has a key for business. That's someone who really wants wealth and stability and growth, right? And I see that happening for you, whether you are going to be moving into a management role, a senior position, or you have a new position, or maybe something happens with your business if you have one, or side hustle that becomes a business. There's a lot of good growth here, not only financially but within yourself, right? You're maturing and you're being more, you're becoming more wiser than you were before. Love it. What about the Lover's card? Lover's card, please, for Gemini. What is this all about? The Lover's card for Gemini. Lover's card for Gemini, please. Lover's card for Gemini. What is this all about? Three of Wands. I love it, because Three of Wands in this deck is all about it's not, I mean, it's about determination, right? It's about, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to take these wands and I'm going to be creative on how I'm going to make this happen, and having success out of that. It's also new opportunities that really enhance your life in a big way. Again, we talked about growth. Here it is again with the Three of Wands, saying that there's going to be something amazing coming into your life that's going to enhance it in all areas of your life. Maybe a new career, or an opportunity, or new experiences, but definitely something here. And then you have the Seven of Cups, where there's going to be options. There's going to be multiples of options here with that Seven of Cups. And it's exciting because before you had zero, now you have more than one. And so you're going to have to make a decision. But there's a lot of abundance coming in through this, and I feel like you need to take your time making the decision, but not too slow, right? But we also don't want to rush into it. And then you also have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And here we are again talking about money, but this is someone that, you know, you're going to be able to have, excuse me, you're going to be able to enjoy life. Excuse me. There's a lot of material wealth here, a lot of material growth, a lot of financial stability, and I feel like that's exactly where you're headed. Let me take a quick drink. I feel like you're headed towards a time where you are going to have a lot of, you know, stability there. All right, let's talk about the Fool. Let's talk about the Fool, please. Let's talk about the Fool for Gemini. What is this Fool about? Wow, we're clarifying with the Fool. So we're clarifying the Fool with the Fool. I feel like that's so amazing because it's double. It's strong. It's a strong indication you're on a new path. You know, move forward with your new ideas, be more optimistic. You're going to come to a time of your life where you're going to be worry-free, right? You're not going to have to worry about how to pay your bills or how to eat or any of that. There's new journeys. There's new opportunities. There's new beginnings here, and we just need to take that leap of faith. And I feel like, again, you are definitely moving towards that. All right, what about the Ace of Swords, please? The Ace of Swords, please. What is this Ace of Swords all about, please, for Gemini? And I see the path ahead of us very clearly. Very clear. Like, it's just very bright. Like, I see a road and it's very bright. And I see you very happy and not really worried and not stressed and not... It's like you're the heavy burden that you've been carrying has been lifted. It's been lifted. And the blinders that have been blinded you are removed. And things that have been blocking you have been broken down. And I love that. Okay, so we have Justice card clarifying the Ace of Swords. And I love that the Justice card came up again because this is all about... justice. It's about balance. It's about favorable outcomes, right? With the Justice card, it's about you definitely like weighing the pros and cons of your life and figuring out what's going to be the best thing. But I see things being I feel like things are definitely going to be very positive and bring a lot of success. I see a lot of good energy here. And then we have the Chariot. Here we have the Chariot here and here. So in the beginning. So I love that it's clarifying that because the Chariot is, if I didn't say Cancer energy, but I feel like there could be travel, you're achieving your goals, you have that drive and determination, there's a lot of motivation here, and you're very upbeat, and you are going to get through difficult times. I see that clearing away. I see the difficult times just clearing away and out of the way. So that's very good here. I love that energy for you. Now let's go ahead and talk about Eight of Cups, please. What is this Eight of Cups about? What is this Eight of Cups about, please? Eight of Cups for Gemini. Eight of Cups for Gemini, please. What is this all about? Whoa. Let me grab these cards that fell. And we're going to shuffle. Alright, this Eight of Cups, please, for Gemini. Eight of Cups for Gemini. Death card. So you're definitely embracing this change. There's change and transition here. I love that the Death card is showing up because it marks an ending to a difficult situation, which I just talked to you about. And it marks a beginning of something new. So something ending, something new beginning, something major ahead of you. So a lot of change and transition as you move forward, and a lot of things that are going to improve your whole life. And the path that you go on. And then you have the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Definitely your energy where you're determined to make this happen. You're just like, no fear, right? You're fearless here. You are fearless. And with that fearless, you bring a lot of success. And then you have the Eight of Wands where you're just like, I'm going to make this happen, right? Things are starting to move fast. Things are starting to happen fast with the Eight of Wands. And there's going to bring a lot of, with the eight, it being an 8, it's progress, right? So this Eight of Wands, new opportunity, progress, good fortune, news, things happening fast. I feel like you're definitely going to move towards good fortune. Because look at this. You have the Eight of Cups. That's what we're clarifying. There's no fear of this change. This is you embracing the change, going with it. And this is you leading towards that good fortune, right? That new opportunity, that new path. I'm surprised the Wheel of Fortune didn't show up. But here it is. Spirit is saying this is for you, Gemini. The path is clearing up. And all you have to do is take the rein and move forward. Take action, right? It's time to take action. It's time to make it happen. Because if you don't take that leap of faith for yourself, it's not just automatically going to happen. You have to use what's in front of you here. Okay, let's talk about that Magician card. Let's talk about the Magician for Gemini, please. Gemini, let's clarify that Magician for Gemini, please. What is that all about? We have the Six of Pentacles. You really want to have a new opportunity. You really want to have, you worked really hard and you really want to see those rewards come in with this Six of Pentacles, right? Having abundance. And I see that happen. I see new offers coming in, promotions, abundance. I feel financially things are going to, if you have a lot of things going on financially, it's going to clear up for you. Now let's go ahead and we're going to get some oracle cards, and I'm going to use my favorite soul tree or oracle, and let's see what Spirit has for you. Let's see where it guides you to, because I am definitely very curious here. All right, Divine Universe, Holy Spirit, and Guardian Angels. Additional guidance, please, and messages for Gemini for the month of August of 2025. Additional messages and guidance for Gemini, August of 2025, please. Additional messages and guidance for Gemini, please. What does Gemini need to know? What guidance and messages can we bring to Gemini to motivate them to move forward? Spirit? Wow, flourish. It is your time to flourish. You are going to flourish in every area of your life here with the flourish card, because that's what this talks about, right? All beautiful things are going to happen within you, around you. So you just need to visualize what it is you want to manifest and go after it and make it happen, because I see it coming into reality, right? I see that coming into fruition for you, especially with this Eight of Wands. But you have to see yourself in that situation, right? So we need to let go of all of the things that are not letting you move forward so you can move forward. All right, Spirit, what else? What other messages do we have? What other messages whoa. Mystery. So I like mystery because it talks about things happen in a way that when you follow your intuition, you know you're being guided towards something. You're being guided into the mystery of the unknown. And it's about you, and that's like taking the leap of faith, right? Because you're listening to your intuition. And because you do that, you move into a time where you're going to have the things that you want, right? The things that you worked hard for, the things that you deserve to have. All right, Spirit. What else for Gemini? What else do we have for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini? What else, please? What other guidance and messages do we have? We have allow. So again, we need to allow these things to unfold naturally, allow things to happen in your life without questioning it or having fear about it. Just allow things to just flow, and you move forward with what it is that you want, right? Let it unfold naturally as you follow your intuition into something that you're truly being guided from, right? You are definitely being guided here. All right, Spirit, what else? One more card for Gemini, please. One more card for Gemini, please. One more card for Gemini, please. We have transition. And transition is all about allowing, again, it's like the death card, change and transition, allowing it to happen naturally, right? with transition. It's about letting the past fall behind you, the old slip away, and it's about embracing the new, right? Embracing what's coming in, something new. And I really love that. And then we have acceptance. Spirit said that he was going to give me more cards, and he did. And acceptance is about accepting all the things without judgment, and allowing gifts and opportunities to come into your life that you might be pushing away. And it could be a person, it could be a career, it could be some fantastic thing that's coming into your life, but because you're holding on to the past and the hurt and the disappointment, it's not you're pushing it away from you. Okay, and then you have to be patient, not only with yourself but with the process. Okay, be patient with the process and how things unfold for you. And I feel like that's the number one thing. I know telling a Gemini to be patient is like telling Gemini that they can't do anything, right? Because we're always doing multiple things. And I feel like that Magician is you. That's the Gemini energy that you're putting out there. You're handling so many things, but you definitely need to allow it to unfold naturally, and then you'll see things that just bloom around you, right? You're going to flourish in this new phase in your life, this new direction. And you just need to be patient, you guys. I know that's not the right word to say, but that's what I'm going to say because that's what's here. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment below. Check out your playlist here in the corner. And as always, thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting my online business where I handmake and do all the things myself. Until next time.